Welcome back everybody to another video. In this video I am going to give you my honest opinion and unbiased review of the PlayStation 5. I'm making this video because it was requested by one of my subscribers. Shouts out to you, RD. This video is for you. And also showcase a little bit of the PS5. And in the future, perhaps I will probably do a versus battle with the Series X. But in this video, it's specifically for the PlayStation. And like I said, I'm probably go in depth more into my opinion on the PlayStation brand in whole and the PS5. And another reason why I bought this as soon as I can is because I know that there will be many iteration and versions of the PS5, and being with Sony brand or Sony PlayStation brand for a long time, I know that when they have newer versions or new iteration, some of them, to cut costs, they will not be backwards compatible. So also in this video I will tell you basically what I like and then the dislikes about it. So like I said, I bought this now just because in the future, the versions in the future might be a little bit different just to save costs. And rest assured that according to the news as of this video, that they will be having more PS5s in stock, because apparently to bypass the scalpers, they're gonna probably release it in the stores only. So if you want one, just keep an eye for that, and then you'll probably be able to pick up one this winter or this fall. So let me begin by talking about the PS3. The PS3 made the PS2 and PS1 obsolete, for the simple fact that the PS3, the original PS3, which I have, but after 6 years it just died on me, but that original PS3 that I have was backwards compatible with the PS2, and every PS2 was compatible with the PS1. But the latest iteration of the PS3, it was only backwards compatible with the PS1 games. Now, the thing about the Dualshock controllers for the PS1, PS2, and PS3, so Dualshock 1, DualShock 2, and then when DualShock 3 came out for the PS3, it was much better than the 1 and 2. And before the PS3, DualShock 3 came out, they had the 6-axis. And long story short, they had a lawsuit, so they couldn't launch with the DualShock 3. But eventually they were able to settle it, and they were able to have the DualShock 3, which basically is the vibration lawsuit. Now, when the PS4 came out, that controller, well, that's the DualShock 4, I believe, right? That controller was so much better than the PS3. And the what I didn't like about the PS3 was that the controller wise, they didn't have the trigger buttons, but the PS4 came out and it was a lot better than the PS3 and previous, and because it had a trigger button. Now, with the PS5, it completely destroys its predecessor, as it should. Because let me tell you this right now, it's the best PlayStation ever made, if you didn't know that. So PS5 came out with that DualSense, and we'll talk more about that in a sec. But another reason why I love the PS5 is that the UI is a little bit different. So if you own a PS4 Pro or original, it's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna take some time to get used to the UI, the user interface of the PS5. But once you get used to it, it's pretty sweet. Also, the UI for the PS5, it's in 4K, so that's a plus. Now, what comes with the PS5 is that they come with a 2.0 HDMI. I say that it's a 2.0 is because on the cable, the HDMI, it's just a high speed. And I know, like, with my Xbox Series X, it comes with an ultra high speed. And all my 2.1 cables that I bought aftermarket says ultra. But the one for the PS5 currently, it's just a high speed. So I'm assuming it's just a 2.0 HDMI. So keep that in mind. Also, that comes with the PS5, you get the one controller with the USB-C charger cable, which is an upgrade. And the storage you get with it is a little bit over 600 gigabits usable storage. So that's pretty much what you get in the box of the PS5, at least for this version of the PS5. Now, let me give you guys what I love or like about the PS5. Now, the controller, oh my god. Well, hold on, let me back up. On the PS4, the mic that came with the PS4, it's just one mic that you plug in your ear and it hurts your ear, so you really had no choice but to go buy aftermarket or a better one. But the PS5 controller has a speaker built into the DualSense, which you can talk and communicate through the controller, which is amazing. And of course, you can always buy a microphone if you want. But coming out of the box, that DualSense has a microphone, so you don't not necessary. So you don't got to put nothing in your ear, and it works just fine. Also, the other thing I like about the PS5 is that the PS5 controller, the DualSense, works with the PS3, which I will demonstrate later on. But the caveat to the PS3, the caveat to the PS5 working on the PS3 controller is that, as far as I know, you have to plug it in. But nevertheless, that's the one thing I hated about the PS3 is I didn't like the controller as much, or the PS4 to be honest. But for the fact that you can use your DualSense PS5 controller on the PS3 is a plus. So now I can basically catch up on my PS3 games that I never beat, and I'm so behind in games from the PS4 to PS3 and vice versa. Now, also with the PS5, they come with adaptive triggers, and if you're playing like Call of Duty or fast-paced shooters, I recommend you turn that off. But with adaptive triggers, it'll have attention depending on the games. So when you use the trigger button, it'll be adaptive, which will correspond to the game you're playing, and it's pretty intriguing. But like I said, if you're playing multiplayer games, I would turn that off. Another thing I like about the PS5 is that the whole reason why, one of the main reasons why I buy a PS5 is because you want to get the 4K at 120 hertz with HDR10, and it does do 4K at 120 hertz. Now, with the games that supports 120 frames per second, that's another topic. But pretty much this console is capable of doing 4K at 120 hertz and 8K at 60 or less hertz. The one major thing that I love, that I was surprised about the PS5, is that it plays majority of the PS4 games and all my PS4 games that I own, because it's backwards compatible. When I heard about that, I didn't believe that, but rest assured, the PS4, you can catch up on all your PS4 games that you didn't beat, like I have, on the PS5, because I love the DualSense controller. Also, they added the 4K Blu-ray Player, which is a plus. So now you can use that as a 4K Blu-ray player if you never own a 4K Blu-ray player. But let's go to the caveat. What I don't like about the PS5, but it's pretty much the PlayStation brand itself, and you can overlook it, but what I don't like about it is that there's still no Dolby Atmos or DTSX. So even if you're watching like 4K Blu-ray movies, which is by default runs in Dolby Atmos or DTSX, as far as I know, and if you guys know different, comment below please, you cannot run Dolby Atmos even if you're playing 4K movies. So that's one dislike I don't like about it. And of course, the major dislike I don't like about it is that the hard drive space is less than 700 gigs for the PS5. Now you can upgrade the storage, uh, but it's so expensive to upgrade the solid state drive, and it's ridiculous on the price. But the only other option you have is to buy external hard drive. But the external hard drive, you only play PS4 games. And if you want to play PS5 games and you want more space, you're gonna have to buy the PS5 storage, and it costs a lot. So I'm probably just gonna stick with the internal hard drive for now. So those are the dislikes that I don't like about the PS5. And now, do I recommend a PS5? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm unbiased to Xbox, Microsoft brands and Sony brands, particularly the PlayStation brand or the Xbox brand. So my honest opinion is, as of right now, this PS5 is the best PlayStation ever made, and I do recommend this PS5, even though it's has very low storage as of right now that comes with it. And the most important thing that this PS5 have, and the reason why I buy it now, is because it's backwards compatible and it runs 4K at 120 hertz for the games that are optimized, and that is a plus. So yes, I recommend this PS5. I was actually, when I had this, I had very low expectation of this console. But because I normally play on I mostly play on the Xbox, and on the PlayStation I play so I can play with my boys, because everyone in the world, everyone and his mama owns a PlayStation, and all they know is PlayStation, all they want is PlayStation. So I had no choice to buy a PlayStation. And the only reason why I had to buy a PlayStation, even though they have cross-platform, you can't be in party chat unless you're in that console. Yes, you have game chat, which is universal, but it's better to be in party chat than game chat. But that's another issue. That's the reason why I have PlayStation. And of course, PlayStation have a lot of very great exclusive games. But this PS5, guys, if you are able to get your hands on one, get it without a doubt. Now, I don't recommend you guys paying more than retail, because that's crazy. But if you can get your hands on one, buy one. And of course, I recommend the one with the disc. And if you only can get the one that's discless, go and get that. But I'm enjoying the PlayStation 5, and because I have a lot of PS4 and PS3 games. Well, basically I have a lot of PS4 games that I have not even like finished yet, and I'm so behind on games, even on PC games. But with this new controller, I can catch up with the PS3 games and the PS4 games. So that is pretty much it for this video. It's just my honest opinion, and I love this PlayStation 5. It's better than I expected. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hooded Dragons out.